I'm excited about this episode today. We are at CCA in Old Town Lewisville. We're going to be talking to Gilbert, who's the CEO here, and Andrea as well. Let's go in and find out all about the operation of CCA. Hey, Gil.
Hey, what's happening, brother?
Wait a minute. Where have you been? I mean, it's for 3 years. It's every Friday.
I'm sorry. I've been out on Fridays. I'm sorry. How are you?
Man, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey, look, even though you haven't come.
You'll punch my card?
No, I've been charging you.
He's charging.
I'm gonna need to settle up today, and it's a couple of $100.
So you're really telling me that there's a whole brisket waiting for me over there, right?
It was. I sold it. Hey, Andrea. How you doing? You good?
Welcome over, neighbor. I'm glad you came across the street.
Yeah, this is Jim Sullivan. He does something over here. I don't know what he does. And there's no relation whatsoever. And if there is, it's probably that he owes me a little bit of money.
He's never been on a tour. This is his first time. This is amazing.
This is a multi-purpose room.
Listen, I don't even want to talk about that right now. You know what? I felt guilty. Andrea convicted me about not ever being over here.
Oh.
Yeah, so she...
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
She embarrassed me.
Wow, that's hard to do.
I thought you were 70, but 66 is okay.
It's okay. How old are you?
It don't matter.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gilbert Montes. I'm the president of CCA, and welcome to my show. Today, my guest is none other than Terry Sullivan, he of brisket fame.
Wait a minute. Let me get this right. Is this your show, or is it my show?
It's not my show.
If it's your show, I'm in the wrong place. But I tell you what we'll do. Today, and only today, we're going to call it the Gilbert Show.
Okay.
Welcome to the Gilbert Show. Woo! Yeah, it's probably going to be a letdown from
You're probably going to suffer in ratings, let me tell you that.
I don't have many anyway, so we're good to go. It's so good to see you. I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, okay. What? Is it a pork chop bone?
No, it's worse than that.
Okay.
Worse than that. Ever since I've been open, Gil, every Friday you come in. Every Friday I look for Gil. In that line out the door, I look for Gil. And the last 3 weeks, no Gil. I need an explanation.
I've been out of town. I've missed you, Terry.
Well, we missed you.
I missed your weekly hug.
You know what I
me.
miss? I miss the guests that you bring in. You seem to bring a different person in every single Friday.
I brought Andrea in one Friday, didn't I?
That's not the one we're proud of.
Come on now.
This is Andre. It's Andre or Andrea?
Andrea Vasquez.
Yeah, I never get that right. I always think to myself, is it Andrea? Is it Andre?
Okay.
What is it?
You're getting close.
We're going to get to Andre and Andrea. What is it again, Andrea?
Andrea.
We're going to get to
Thank you.
Andrea in a minute. Andrea is pretty new for you, right?
Yes.
And she did this event for you not too long ago and knocked it out of the park. What was that? Tell me again what that event was.
We had both donors who had been longtime donors who had never come to CCA, as well as those who wanted to be, and we hosted them. We had some great food from them. I can't remember where we got it from.
We did.
I tell you what,
it might have been from across the street.
I heard that you had great barbecue.
I don't know where we got it from, though.
But you know, I've heard since then that she did a remarkable job. It was actually her first event. She was so nervous. She would come over to the barbecue restaurant, and she was just a nervous wreck. But I've been told by many that it turned out to be a great event.
She really did. She did a great job.
So, Gil, how long have you been with CCA?
4.5 years. I started 1 month into the pandemic. And so friends and family who thought there was something wrong with me were convinced there was something wrong with me. How do you go to an agency that helps so many people in the middle of a pandemic?
And you came from a very successful career. I think you were at Buckner?
That's correct. Buckner International. I was there for about 10 years. Yeah. Great organization.
Well, you know, CCA is great. And what we want to do today is I want to do a lot of things today, but you know, it's amazing to me how that an organization can be around for so long. I mean, you've been here 51 years. How an organization can be around for so long, and yet so many people still have no clue what you're about. And that's not to say they haven't heard of CCA. I mean, you can't live in North Texas without hearing about CCA, or even Texas altogether and across the country. You hear about it, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
But there's so many of those people that go, I have no clue what they do over there. So let me ask you this, and we'll broaden this out as we go, but in a nutshell, what is CCA?
CCA, at the core of what we do is we help strengthen families. And we do that by helping them stay in their home, for one thing. We do that by helping them find a home. We're working with homeless families all the time, helping keep the lights on. We help them by helping them have family meals with weekly groceries that they get. So everything that helps strengthen the family unit, to find a better job, to get a better education for mom and dad, to help the children with summer feeding or with back to school or with new clothes or with Christmas. All the elements that comprise making a family unit, we're a part of that.
Trying to stabilize. You're a stabilizer for families.
Yeah, so every month when I look at reports, I think, well, how many families did we keep from going on the street, from going homeless?
And that's a real thing. I mean, people that live comfortably and have never been in that spot really have no idea how close some families are of going from a house to nothing, right?
And we hear those stories all the time. And people think that those happen only during the pandemic, but they're happening every day. We hear those stories. Somebody went to the hospital, a family member got to the hospital, or they had a car accident, and that's just one step away, one instance in their family away from financial hardships.
It's funny that we're talking about this today, because I had a lady call me yesterday, and she said just that. She said, I don't know what to do, but she said, my whole family, because her husband got hurt, and he's trying to get Social Security, but right now, they have no income. So she said to me, she said, we are so close to living in our car. And I gotta tell you, that's a heartbreak. I sit back in my chair listening to that and trying to talk her through it, wanting to cry, because I can feel her pain. Yeah. I can feel how nerve-wracking it is for her. She told me, Gil, I asked her, I said, well, are you resting? Or she said, no. She said, I'm praying. Yeah. I'm praying because I don't know what to do.
Well, and so what you heard was the anxiety she was feeling. I don't know if that mom and dad had children, but let me tell you.
Two boys.
I am for certain that those children felt mom and dad's anxiety as well. Yes. And so it's not just mom and dad carrying that load. Children are also observing that. So we want to be able to help families so that they don't suffer through that anxiety. And whether it's mom and dad, children, the whole family, to be a family.
Yeah. 4 years now, you are fully invested here. I mean, it is you, and you are it. Do you just go home some nights defeated?
I do. It's a difficult, I wake up, I like to get up early and take a walk in the park, and my prayers are, Lord, provide for us today so that we can in turn provide for families.
So it takes money to do all that you do here. I mean, you have a pantry, you have a store where people can come and find clothes. You feed people every day, 40, 45, 50 calls a day. This takes money. Where do you find your money?
Anybody and everyone that will listen to our story.
So you take donations?
Yeah, we take financial donations from individuals, foundations, from churches that help, organizations like Rotary clubs, all kinds of civic organizations like that. And so we want to go out, and that's part of what Andrea and her team do.
You don't even know her name.
No way. Well, we're going to get it straight.
I've been hanging around you too long. So that's what she and her team do, and we want to tell the CCA story. We want to tell the need that exists in the community to anybody that will listen to us.
Gil, people that want to donate, and if you're like other organizations that live on donations, really it's the common day folks like myself. But $20 a day, $20 a week, $50 a month, that's what you live off of, right?
That's exactly right. Yes, those monthly contributions that we know we can count on every month make a huge difference in the end.
I mean, it's good to have big money from big corporations, but that's rare. Right. It's rare. Your money comes from individuals who go to work every single day, and who will stretch out and send $50 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month.
That's it, exactly, yeah. I've long told my wife that we live in these shiny suburbs where we don't really see poverty because we're blind to it. And so one of my prayers is that the Lord would open up our eyes, everybody's eyes, to see the need. That's exactly what happened to me before I got here. I had about a 4 to 5 month period during the interview process and before I came on. And my prayer was, Lord, I've seen poverty around the world. Open my eyes to see the hurt, vulnerable families that exist right here. And I saw it. The Lord opened my eyes to the poverty that exists here.
Andrea, what is your position here?
I am the Director of Development, so I get to engage the community in giving back to CCA. So I get to invite people in to invest in what we're doing here.
And you do a great job with that. Are you happy that you're here?
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't you feel bad if she said, this is stinks?
Well,
I'm looking for another job.
I'm cringing right here as you ask questions, Terry.
You know what? I drive up every day completely humbled that I have the opportunity to do this. Just the other day, I drove up and we weren't open yet, and a gentleman drove up to our pantry and was just completely devastated that we weren't open. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, what's going on? He started crying and he said, I need food. I have a 5 and a 2-year-old and they woke up hungry this morning and I need a way to feed them. And we just got evicted from Denton. We moved down to a motel here. Can you help me? And I said, hold on 1 second. And I was able to go into our pantry and grab him some food for his kids to feed him that morning and tell him about the services that we offer here. And it's stories like that that motivate myself, that motivate Gilbert and our team, that we're not gonna be quiet. We're gonna keep inviting people in to join with us and partner with us financially, to partner with us through food drives and other ways, because there are a lot of hurting people just right around us.
You know what I'd like to do, because this is a big campus.
Tell me.
And a lot of facets. Would you mind taking me around and showing me your pantry and just all the things that you do here?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think people would be fascinated to find out all the facets, all the things that you offer here.
Yeah, a tour would be excellent.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right.
I belong in this right here.
You like this room?
Trey, don't you think this encompasses me right here?
Is this room big enough for Terry?
Well,
I don't know if it is or not.
You know, I don't remember getting an invitation to sit on this board, but when I do, I'd kind of like to be the chairman of it, if you don't mind.
You'll have one forthcoming. These are our core values that are up on the wall.
Let's just read these as we go.
Yeah.
Well, this one says dignity. I love how CCA treats everyone that walks in the doors with a spirit of dignity.
And these are all actual clients that we've helped, families that we've helped.
And then you got one that says diversity. It says coming to CCA is wonderful. I see all of our community. You didn't know I could read that well, did you?
I mean, come on.
I have an education. I have an
Okay.
education. I see all of our community represented in the people who come in and are served by CCA. And then you got one over here that says trusting relationships. I love the family environment that they've created here at CCA. Everyone here feels like family. Again, when people are in need, when people are hurting, are in pain, they've got kids, they don't know where the next step is. They want to go to a place where they feel comfortable.
Exactly.
They want
Yes.
where the hospitality is like just walking in makes them feel like home.
Like out their home.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
This is a wonderful thing. So this is where you have your board meetings, and how many board members do you have?
We have 11 board members, all representative in the community.
But I like this right here, servant spirit. If you have been around CCA for any length of time, you've seen people who serve out of a spirit of love. And I got to tell you, you could not do this very long if you did not serve out of a spirit of love.
Exactly.
It has to be,
Right.
I mean, you have to have a calling.
And you realize that giving yourself away is really helps you find joy in life. Mm-hmm. That's really what it's about.
Well, let's walk on. I'm having a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad you are.
I love this right here.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Tree.
So this is your chapel.
Hey, this room is my favorite room in the whole complex. It's located almost in the center of the complex, which to me tells a huge story of the purpose, the centrality of God's purpose for CCA. And it's a beautiful history that CCA has. So this is our computer lab. We teach computer literacy to families, both in English and Spanish classes.
Okay.
Individuals and families can come in and use the computers for their own need when classes aren't in session.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna go to the pantry. You wanna see the pantry?
I hope you're hungry, Terry.
I do because I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Okay.
You know I deal in food, right?
You do? Is that what you run over there?
First of all, I could eat off this floor.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
Yeah.
But let's just kind of take me around and show me what's what.
Well, first of all, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I ask questions instead of you?
Yeah, well, it is the Gill Show.
Okay, yeah, that's
the
true.
Gill Show.
So when we said we have a pantry, what did you think mentally?
Small.
Like a closet, right?
Yeah,
with canned foods and
yes,
stuff?
just a small room with a few items in it.
But now you think what?
This has got to be what?
Like a grocery store, right?
3,000, 4,000 square feet
Right,
in here,
yes,
right?
you're
It looks
right.
like a grocery store.
Exactly.
In fact,
So-
when we're going down these aisles, I may take some things, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll
That
talk
ain't gonna
about that
happen.
at the end of the
So-
show.
So let's just kind of show me what we're doing here.
So families walk in here, and based on family size and financial need, they are allotted so much money, and that happens in that intake process. And so they're greeted here. They check in, and then they grab a grocery basket, and they
go
proceed
shopping.
to shop whatever they need based on some of their health needs. Just think about that. Some of the families that we work with are elderly, like you and me, elderly, and so they have different.
We're gonna cut that.
So they have different health needs, and so they are able to get food that helps meet their needs.
Yeah, but you know what kind of grabs me right here, and again, it's the CCA philosophy, but what grabs me here again is you're not making people feel like they're begging. They come in here, they're welcoming in here, providing they go through the process, and they get to go shopping.
Exactly. There's even a checkout process for them.
Listen, I'm not listening to a word you say.
Because you want these pretzels.
Look, they're milk chocolate covered.
I know, right?
You've never had those, have you?
Oh, many times. Listen, I'm gonna need a key to this
No,
room.
but see, I don't even have. They don't even give me a key to. No, so but items in here are the same things that you and I would purchase at whatever grocery store we go to.
No, it's amazing. And where do you get these items?
Okay, so 50% of what we get comes from North Texas Food Bank. And then the other 50% comes from community food drives, from organizations. Lewisville ISD, the students do a competition, each campus, every year. They're getting ready to do that. And they collect about 80,000 pounds of food for CCA. They've been doing that for years and years.
80,000
And it's a
pounds.
fun thing. We go out and give them a prize to the winning school, the winning class every year.
Sure.
So it's a fun thing. But so that's where our food comes from. One of the most expensive items that we just passed it. One of the most expensive items that we have each year are hygiene items. The cupboards are bare here.
Yeah.
And so we spend more money on this because it's hard to get wholesale prices on these items.
Andrea was talking to me about a 5K coming up in September. She invited me to do it.
Yes, you are invited, for
Yes.
sure.
And I told her immediately I would not be there. No, I'm not running. I'm not walking.
Terry, we need your support.
You know what? Why don't you and I get in chairs?
We'll race?
We'll race.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
So explain that.
Yes, on September 28th, we have our Hopeful Hearts 5K and 1K walk here, right starting at CCA down here in downtown Lewisville. It's the beginning of Western Days. So with your race entry, you also get a bracelet to enter Western Days. It's our one major fundraiser, and we're looking for everyone's support to come down and run, walk with us, bring your families, bring your groups. It's going to be a fun opportunity to support the mission here at CCA, but also to get out and get some exercise.
That sounds like a great thing.
It is. It's going to be a fun day.
Gil, this
is great, isn't it?
Isn't this amazing?
This is remarkable.
Let me show you. Let me show you an area that we're very proud of. Look at the produce section.
Look at all the produce.
Look at all the
fruits and
produce.
vegetables.
My
Look at all the
goodness.
healthy food that people can get.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I'm in a grocery store.
That's our
Exactly.
hope.
That's exactly what we want our
Absolutely.
families to feel like. We're open Monday through Friday. We open from 9 o'clock till about noon for families. We shut down in the afternoon so we can restock everything. And then we're open again in the evenings, Monday through Friday, 6 to about 9 o'clock.
Looky here. Looky
Uh-oh.
here.
You got peanut butter.
Looky here.
You got peanut butter.
Extra crunchy,
He's-
baby.
That's the kind he likes.
Extra crunchy peanut butter. Woo-hoo!
Hey, and we got a few apples you can eat it with too.
Some apples and
Oh,
peanut
man, you
butter. It's a
got it
great
all.
snack.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, this has been an exhilarating time for me. And I really appreciate it, Andrea. I really appreciate you guys allowing us to come over and barge in on your space.
Yeah.
I know you're busy. I know you're busy. And to take an hour or so out for us, I really do appreciate it. And it's enlightening. Come and see this place and what God has done, what God is doing through CCA in Denton County.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
allowing us to show
Thank you.
what God is doing here.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Grateful
Yeah.
for you, Terry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
We have to say thank you about 40 more times.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try that again.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you. Yeah,
thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I personally enjoyed learning about CCA and all that it does for our community. See you next week.